You search through your fridge to find the fresh products you bought a week ago, but you end up finding rotten and wilted produce. Luckily, there are simple hacks that you can start practicing. Now you will learn how to properly store bacon, how to make your carrots last longer, and more. Keep bananas fresh by wrapping their stems with plastic wrap. This might seem too simple, but it is a hack that you will be surprised by. Now your bananas won't get mushy and dark because the ripening process will slow down significantly. Just remember to re-wrap the stems when you take one banana. Lemons should be stored in a plastic bag in the fridge. This way, they will stay fresh for up to a month. Just don't stack them. They still need enough space for air to flow. Remember that if you keep them at room temperature, they will stay fresh for 1 week. If the carrots you bought have their top stems, cut them off before storing. The stems will take all the essential nutrients and moisture. Without the stems, your carrots will stay fresh and healthy for a lot longer period. Also, avoid storing them in plastic bags and just place them in the fridge drawer. Storing onions in the fridge is not a good idea because of the moisture. Also, because your whole fridge and other produce will start to smell like onions. What you should do is keep them in a wire basket because it has good ventilation. This way, they will stay fresh for months. Never store them together with potatoes, because they will go bad faster. If you buy mushrooms in a plastic container, remove them from the container immediately. Wash off any leftover dirt and spread them in one layer to dry. Once dry, wrap them in paper towels and place them in a paper bag. Refrigerate until you use them. The biggest mistake you can make with cabbage is keeping it in a plastic bag. Keep the cabbage in the drawer in the fridge, as it is, and not in a plastic bag. This way it will even stay crispy and fresh for up to 2 weeks. Plastic wrap is the enemy for cheese products, and the solution is wax paper. Once opened, wrap the cheese in wax or parchment paper and then place it in a plastic bag. Now, your cheese won't spoil as fast as before. Fresh herbs don't last long, even if we keep them in the fridge. But there are 2 ways you can keep them fresh for longer. Treat them like flowers. Fill a glass with water and dip the herbs in the water. Now store them in the fridge. With this, you will get 3 to 4 more days out of your fresh herbs. If you want to keep your herbs fresh for more than 4 days, simply infuse them in butter. Chop or use larger sprigs of herbs and place them in an ice tray. Pour melted butter to just cover them and freeze the tray. Now you won't end up throwing away wilted herbs. If you don't want to freeze meat and you plan to use it in the next few days, then there is a simple solution. Place the piece of meat in a plastic container and fill it with olive oil. The oil will preserve the meat and at the same time, make it even tastier. You can use this chance to also marinate and add any herbs you like. But this will only keep the meat fresh for up to 3 days and it doesn't apply to ground beef. Plastic cases, wraps, and bags are the worst options for storing bread. The best way is to wrap it with a clean kitchen towel and store it in a bread box or a microwave. It not only hinders the process of forming mold, but it will help it stay soft too.